Let's stay in the Champions League, Paddy, and we'll look at Shakhtar Donetsk. I can tell you're keen to do so. So we travel to Warsaw to take Shakhtar Donetsk on Matchday 2 of the Champions League. That takes place on Wednesday night, 5:45 kickoff. The game's taking place at Legia Warsaw Stadium due to the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Shakhtar opened their campaign with an impressive 4-1 win over Leipzig in Germany, a scoreline which resulted in Leipzig manager Domenico Tedesco losing his job. Shakhtar's number 9 Mif is a striker going by the name of Marian Shved, and he played a big part on the night, scoring Shakhtar's first 2 goals, although there was a huge slice of luck involved in them. Did you catch any of the action from that game?
I did. Dare say I'd have scored 2 goals in the Champions League if the keeper had passed it to me in front of an empty goal. Although he scored again there at weekend, and he always looked like that type of player that a bit of magic in him if he was just given these sort of freedom to do as he pleased. I think that was always the issue with him, is that I think he played by his rules and under his tactics rather than for anybody else's. But there's no doubt he's a really, really talented player. Yeah, listen, historically these are the games that have been an issue for us, and the teams that are there for us to be competitive with in the group are sometimes the ones that we struggle with. We really need to be getting away and getting something for this game. I can't profess to know too much about Shakhtar, other than the fact that Shved's leading the line. And the result in Leipzig, regardless of the circumstances, how it's came about, a 4-1 win over there's an excellent result. The fact that Leipzig have then emptied their manager suggests that that's actually got to make the group tougher for us, because we're not going to get the same conditions and when we go and play them over there, so be it. But listen, I think again it comes down to taking Real Madrid out of the equation. The next 2 games will be what we do, how we approach them. And if we approach them with the same bravery and willingness to try and score goals, I think we'll be okay. Yeah,
I think we might well be. Are you worried that Shved's going to follow in the footsteps of the likes of Larsson, Harold Brattbakk and Joe Inge Berget and score against his old team in Europe?
No doubt it's been likely to happen. Let's be honest, it's a very Celtic thing to happen. But no, look, listen, good luck to the lad, but just not against us.
Yeah, Paddy, we're not famed for winning on our travels in Europe, and Shakhtar, they'll have taken a lot of confidence from the opening result. What are you expecting from this one on Wednesday?
I think I do think there'll be goals in it, but I think we might run over them. I've got a good feeling about it. I think we're taking a good support over there as well, and I just think, albeit I don't want the week's break, it's going to do the players no harm, and having that time in the training park, and I just go for it again. Come out the way you come out on Tuesday and take your chances.
Yeah. Do you know what the situation is with Shakhtar fans? Do we expect many of them to travel?
15,000 I think they've got.
Right.
I think obviously a good number of them are actually living in Warsaw as well, with everything that's going on. So yeah, I think 15,000 tickets sold for them.
Could be an interesting environment. So Celtic obviously played in that stadium just not that long ago in Artur Boric's game, so fairly familiar for us, so it'll be interesting to see how we stack up when we get there. Shakhtar, of course, they faced obvious disruption due to the ongoing situation there in Ukraine, and the league campaign was cut short last season, so they called it in April of last year, and at the time Shakhtar were top of the pile after 18 games. They're currently joint top. They've got 3 wins and a draw from their opening 4 games, so if you add that into their result against Leipzig, they'll go into it with confidence.
Absolutely, and rightly so. I just think that one of the things that it might help us is that I do think they have lost a host of really, really strong players. I just think that, it's up to us to go and show why we are also in this tournament as well. But yeah, they will have confidence, and they are obviously, they've always been very well backed. Shakhtar, they've always had some really, really strong players playing with them.
They've had strong connections with Brazil over the years. They've often had a few talented Brazilians in the team. I looked at their squad though, and as you would imagine at this moment in time, it's mostly Ukrainian nationals given what's going on. So I think of their 29-man squad, if I've got my numbers right, only 4 are non-Ukrainians. So it's hard to know too much about them at this moment in time. We know about Shved just by circumstance at Celtic, but I couldn't tell you about many other guys. They've got a guy called, don't know how to pronounce it or spell it, but it's very like Mudryk. He set up a few of their goals against Leipzig, blonde-haired guy, left winger. He looks a real talent.
Well, is this not the guy that I think he has been scouted by the likes of City Man City and Liverpool.
Right.
Apparently we're looking at him during the summer.
He's a 21-year-old. He looks very lively, so he could be a danger. Mif, if we've got serious ambitions of making it out the groups, though, we do need to go there and at least get something, don't we?
Absolutely. I think that's became apparent just because of the way the results landed in match day 1. So yeah, it's up to us. It's up to us how we approach it, the way we go about it. I don't think anything will change in terms of mindset of the manager. I think the only decision I think he's got to make is, I think Jens has obviously got to come in. I think the decision remains around right wing and striker. And my gut feeling is Kyogo will come back in.
I've got a gut feeling, depending how the weekend goes, depending how things go in advance of Wednesday, that Haksabanovic might come in. I think he may be the guy. I actually think early call, but Jota, Kyogo and Haksabanovic would be my choice going forward. So we'll see what Ange's seen off those guys in training. I mean, Paddy, based on the results on match day 1, and obviously Leipzig had a stuttered start to their own season and they've now brought Marco Rose back in as manager. Do you see it being a straight shootout between us and Shakhtar as to who'll fall second in the group behind Madrid? No,
absolutely not. I think Leipzig will compose themselves. They beat Dortmund at the weekend there 3-0. So Rose is a good manager, and I just think that they do have some really dangerous players. They just re-signed Timo Werner as well.
Yes.
So no, it's not going to be straightforward. I do think it will be between the 3 teams. I really do. Yeah,
it makes that double header against Leipzig so crucial, doesn't it, Mif? So we'll get them away first, I think, and then back to Celtic Park. And listen, you've only got 6 games, but they're all so crucial.
Even more so now they've lost the first one. I know it's at home and it's against Real Madrid, but you're kind of hoping maybe that's the game you do sneak a wee something out of. So the fact that we haven't, dust ourselves down, go again, and yeah, now would be a good time to kind of get a notch up another wee win away from home.
Yeah, it sure would. Obviously a tough one to call, Paddy. We don't know much about their squad as a whole, as I've mentioned, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So what's your scoreline prediction for this one?
I do think we'll take a few of them 3-0.
I love it. Mif?
2-2 draw for me.
Yeah?
2-2 draw.
Paddy, as much as you're hopeful of a win, would you be happy enough coming away with a draw?
Absolutely, aye.
Yeah. But your heart's telling you 3-0.
3-0.
I'm not far away, Paddy. I'm going 3-1 Celtic. I just think that we've shown, I think the players have shown to themselves as much as anything else that they can compete at this level. It's going to be tough. Every game in the Champions League is going to be tough, but I think if we can click and find that other level from the Madrid game and take the chances that will definitely come our way, just the way Celtic play, and we manage to get those goals in the night, I think we could be in for another thriller. So I'm going to go 3-1 Celtic and let's see how that plays out.